Greetings on Sunday, what is today? May the 7th, and I'm going to go show you the garden. I was out there for many hours doing my lawns and just some general tidying. But before I go out there, I'm going to show you my prints that I showed the other day. Let's see how I can show you these so that you can see the toning. So I T-toned these with green tea with that doesn't help any, with gunpowder green tea, and it's kind of split toned, so you can still see some of the blue from the cyanotype along with the brown, reddish brown from the tea. And you can see how there is more detail than was in just with the blue, and that's because I bleach it a little bit, and I had to very carefully bleach it and tone it so that I didn't tone it for too long and then it get just kind of too dark from the tea. But I really enjoy doing the split toning with the cyanotypes. So what that means is that when I bleach it, and I bleach it in a TSP solution, 1 tablespoon of TSP to a quart of water, I watch so that I don't remove all of the blue from it. And actually leave quite a lot of it, and then I tone it, and then I put it back in the bleach for a little bit and pull it out when I have the tones that I like. And I'm actually very pleased with these two, and it's a nice way to get back into doing the cyanotype prints. So let me take you outside, and if it has stopped raining, because it was raining for a bit. Let me see. It was a nice day. It was relatively cool. Oh, I was going to say, I'll show you my hibiscus soda. I actually had some. It's pretty effervescent. I opened this one and it was already very carbonated. So these ones I'll probably put in the refrigerator soon, but they have such a nice, have a really lovely color to them with the hibiscus. And let me take you outside. There's Avery. I walked about, let's see, almost like 2.5 miles just doing my gardening today. So we had 2 days of doing our 3.5, 4 mile walks. So Avery just spent the time with me outside, but got everything cleaned up out here. I got all the weeds that were growing out here weed whacked and blown out, but oh, it's very nice out. It's cool. I think the sun might come out a little bit more before sunset. Brought my chairs back out. The grapevines are growing and the asparagus are finally coming up there. I've got a red runner bean coming up over there that I planted along there, but I'm not sure how well they're going to do. The nettle are going to seed. And this blackberry is doing well, and that raspberry is doing okay. This fig is doing nicely, and the hops are growing along, although something always chews them. I'm not sure what that is. This sage is doing really nicely. That's a white sage and the California mugwort. And but I got all my lawns done, nice and tidy, and then what I decided to do this time, I'll just show you. That little bud is going to bloom pretty soon. Oh yes, and the buds on the elder are starting to open, so that's cool. I decided to take the grass clippings and start edging along the beds to prevent some of those weeds from growing up. Oop. Should make a mint julep tonight in honor of the Kentucky Derby yesterday. But everything's growing. The Melissa and the agrimony. That's the mint, of course. All the Jerusalem artichokes. Let's go back this way. Rhubarb. I've got a bunch of seeds coming on this this kale here. And of course all the seeds on the lunaria. The peas are, these ones aren't doing all that great, but these ones over here are doing all right. They're growing up and getting some little blossoms on them. The coneflower, echinacea, and of course some bergamot, and the feverfew is everywhere, and all my comfrey. I'm going to start cutting it back. I was thinking today I should cut it back, pile it up on the lawn, and then go over it with the lawnmower and then mulch with it once it's all ground up. Cramp bark, and that's wormwood, horse fennel, which is a weed here, horseradish, and I do have another one of these plants growing this year. That's that multi-flowered sunflower-ish plant. This rosemary is putting out some growth, so I'm happy about that. Arugula. And here's some more cucumbers coming up. So once the weather warms up again, maybe they will take off. My squash, a couple places of squash. I put some corn seeds in, but I'm not seeing them so far. And the tomatoes that you've seen all along here, they're growing, as are volunteer tomatoes all along here. And the figs are putting out growth, and the hollyhocks are starting to bud. What else do we have back here? Got some little radishes and some beets. I've just thrown a bunch of seeds around here. I think that's more arugula there, which I should pick and put in my salad tonight. Some more sunflowers right here coming up. And this is all buckwheat in here. And coriander. And there's the sweet pepper and the chili pepper. I should pick this. It's putting out like a lot of energy for this to grow right now. And it doesn't need to put it, it needs to put it into growth, not fruiting. Eggplant. There's the other eggplant there. And the third one there. The poppies. Radishes that some of them are getting bulbs and some of them are just, it's all just going into greens. And escarole. And all the buckwheat, poppies. And then my okra are growing. And I've got more of those red, Mexican red sunflowers. And calendula and poppy and nigella. And these guys, I don't remember planting these, and I don't know if they're a weed or what, but I've let them grow because they're very pretty. If you know what they are, let me know. Some of my basil's putting on some growth, which is good. That one and that one look good. And there's a fennel. Oh, you little things. I'm not sure I want you on there because you're gonna, I'm not sure I leave that on there because it might eat up my fennel. Nagnabbit. But it could be a butterfly. These are the red sunflowers, and these are like supposed to be chocolate cosmos. Tomatillo in there. And then all the larkspur are blooming now. And here as well. And the pansies are hanging in there. I've got little zinnias that are coming up from seed, and that's a breadseed poppy that looks like it might be getting ready to bud soon. More hollyhocks budding. Another one of these big poppies blooming. Sunflowers. And then all these guys over here. I was thinning out some of the red clover because it was kind of covering up some of the plants back in there. It's chamomile, another chamomile. This is a poke weed we don't really want in there. I think the Queen Anne's lace is getting ready to bloom, as is some coreopsis and the sweet Annie, which really does smell good. And then all the different comfrey and the valerian. I've got nasturtiums and calendula coming up in here. The meadowsweet is budding. And these are those neat foxgloves I got that are like orange and red, which is neat. Different kind of color for foxgloves. I've got some mallow, marshmallow, right here. And you can see all this. These will all be feverfew blossoms in a little bit. The motherwort is blossoming. This is where I put the red clover thinnings. And the other little agrimony here is growing. But there's the motherwort blossoms. And I'm letting these guys go to seed. The red mustard and the Russian kale. I may still pick some of the leaves to eat. And another coreopsis, another kind of poppy here. These guys are a little bit smaller. They're cute. I have a bunch of those coming up here and there. Mullein. And more calendula and poppies. And those are the breadseed poppies, and those other kind of poppies. But yeah, so that's the garden today. So this is first week, pretty much. This is the end of the first week in May. And when I look at photographs and video from previous years, it really looks like the garden is more ahead of time this year, or it could be that it's just more established as well. That's another thing. I hope my Rosa canina bloom. Something was eating them at the ends, and I don't know what that was. So that's it for this Sunday. Is that? I was thinking that I was getting the pepper that I'm holding in my hand in front of the lens. But yeah, so that's it for this Sunday, May the 7th.